crust of
You
the
understand
island.
me? So they can stay upon them platform, but then stay right over them platform and run off them mouth and Andrew for this. They not dictate to Andrew. Andrew was voted in as the Prime Minister for a third term because we know him have the ability to lead and to represent us. And them want Andrew go dip him out in America and them and go run off him out. And because Andrew and the present US president have a good working relationship. Right? The present government relationship. And what PNP want to do. PNP want to come create a divide to make Andrew and them in a problem. And when they start impose sanctions on we, them see when I go turn on and say, wanna see when cause? Wanna not listen to them. Wanna not waste time on caution. And rest of bottom feed at them.
I agree with you.
Wanna not waste time on them on the door, make them raise up on the blood pressure. If them want, make them go and go talk to Trump. Make them go and go talk. If them want to have problem in a mix up with them, and make them go and go do
themselves.
said
nothing about the issue
so we never vote for Caution and the bottom feeder PNP. Then we never vote for Mark Gully. We voted for Andrew. Okay? So not stress out
Mark himself has said nothing.
And just like how your mama your papa jacket Orlando where you come and talk about Andrew thief the election. I say your mother they got thief and fuck and get your
yes, and that's why you see him come because that's all them can do chat shit. We're in Jamaica, you say we're in Jamaica, you saying the lease land to the US military.
Alright, faster.
Huh?
Me know say faster. Me know say sell car. Me I bet you a Benz where you have over there.
A better Benz of what? We're in Jamaica.
Faster.
I'm saying we're in Jamaica. We're in Jamaica. Is there any lease land to any foreign power?
First and
any foreign power.
I got prove it to you. Listen, man.
Huh?
Me know you have one Benz I sell over the car, man. Me I bet you.
Go Thailand if I lease and faster.
Listen, man. Me not in the broke talk with you faster.
Right, don't talk foolishness away.
Put your money where your mouth.
Faster, go Thailand is still on lease, yeah?
We're in Jamaica, you're saying the lease land to any US government or any foreign government.
You want to bet a Benz where you have over your car, man. Come in the comments of the park.
But we can't bet it because we know everything and everything around this island.
Faster, go Thailand still on lease.
Hey, one love. Faster. You see, when time I win and prove my thing, you come to that Benz there.
No, you will lose. You will lose.
One love.
No leasing of any property in Jamaica to any US military.
Wait there, guys.
No military training in Jamaica. That is the life from the pit of hell.
Jesus, look here, guys, look here.
That is a life from the pit. Oh, you plan to go about the man Karmat. That you plan to go do.
Yes. Guys, look here.
Monche, you don't care make Caution and disrupt the things, you know. You have a jump up. This doesn't make no sense.
All right, we're not going to
Caution for your platform. Tell him man, say I'm going to king Karmat.
Wait, no. Close the door, little boy. Look here. Guys, the election is over. We win the election. We are now moving to current affairs, especially in the weather season now. Me consider the PNP them as entertainment, especially in time board. I am saying Caution and the PNP them there in the comments.
Entertainment makes sense, Monche.
Yeah, man, but our entertainment don't make no sense. Our entertainment, we use them for. What do you mean by no want them here? You know, can this is a teachable moment for teaching come with them, you know, come about no sensible, you know.
Anything for the downfall of Jamaica. Once the Jamaica leave a part in a power,
let me teach
the PNP support.
In a 1940, the US and the UK signed a 99-year lease for Little Goat Island as a part of destroyer-based agreement, which was later transferred to Jamaica. Me a come to the there.
So we're part.
Listen, Munchie, I can't hear you faster. When the stand don't blow,
what is the point?
Munchie, me don't talk to you, you know, because
we're going to read the parts of the lease in 2030.
What is the point?
2039. 2039, 99 years from 90. Listen, you can't calculate. 99 years.
Argument, but if you ask the question again,
99 years.
Where in Jamaica is the US military?
99 years.
Faster, any careless boy show up at your car map, but them a come from the Benz and then no money or nothing. You pull them up a leg. That's all I tell you.
The man bet.
Read everything, man. Don't read the part. Read all right.
Well, if them come there, you understand? Guess what? You know the people who own that car mart, you know it's who run it? PNP people.
Me not care about that. Me and you make a bet. And you tell me say me go lose.
Right? We don't make no bet. You have not proven to me that there is any military base on Goat Island for the USA or any other country.
I never listen. Change the narrative.
Listen. Here is a lease agreement. There is a lease. No, them don't use
agreement. The agreement is irrelevant. Where is the military base? Where is the military base?
Listen up.
Where is the military base?
When you report to read the full story, when you let their parents back. What happened in 2013, Caution? When you report that in part?
Caution.
2020.
You know the documents. The small mind. One side the small brains of you.
One for many. At 99. At 99 years to 1940 and tell me how much
Caution, when bring up on the platform and say, Caution, no propaganda. We are talking about the Venezuela-US situation and how it impact Jamaica.
America lays Goat Island. Confirm that.
I really thought I was going to come on the platform, Caution, and give us the honest truth as to why you think Jamaica should go into the conflict. Me can't you come with Goat Island and type of bullshit. Caution, you know, say, me don't know what wrong with the PNP people. All I ask you is why
anything with it don't fall. Anything with it.
Anything will lose the action Monty. Caution, Mr. Ingram and the two-person responsible.
Anything with it don't fall at Jamaica. The PNP support it as long as the jail been for.
But one love.
Gentlemen, ladies, what Andrew Holness is doing is playing chess, just like when play chess with the local politics and playing chess with the regional.
That's what I'm saying.
As the current head of the CARICOM.
That's what I'm saying to Caution. The Prime Minister is making the right move.
He is moving very carefully, having meetings with the heads of governments. You understand? To make the situation.
That is what I'm telling you.
And it is going to come out good for all of us in this region.
Of course.
We're not going to move full when such prime ministers have moved to join with Cuba and the Soviet Union, or other persons who have joined with Grenada.
So when a war starts in the Caribbean island,
it's a war start.
If a war starts in the Caribbean island, it's
right? And if war starts in the Caribbean, and if war starts in the Caribbean, in the US,
I mean, saying I see the man that ship
the highest military order in the Caribbean here now.
Them and look on Jamaica.
The highest military order in
Venezuela.
Stop with the faster.
Is in Venezuela.
Wait a minute faster. We tell you show you up Caution and the PNP propaganda. You Caution just say, guys, I wonder if you're not hearing. So
I mean,
them want to use Jamaica
as a military base.
The highest military order countries in the Caribbean, Colombia, Venezuela, right? And all those countries, they could not fight the Grand USA with their problems, whether it be drugs or whatever. So if the Trump decides that he's going to do whatever he's doing in Venezuela, what are we going to do to stop them?
Absolutely nothing.
Huh?
Absolutely nothing more than man who own a business.
Man,
What are we going to do to stop them but having dialogue?
Listen,
Huh?
you see, because
You think you can bring needle? You
It's
can
not,
bring
you know,
needle to
let
a
me see here.
gunfight?
Here, Caution.
because
It's
of
not
Talk like
because
you
of
have sense.
politics.
That's why
This
no
is
people move the way they
because
move
of
because they don't have
you
no
don't
sense.
understand
Just
what
like
war
the
brings.
people them come out and talk about when they don't get no money. When they don't get no money, it's the same foolish as they come in to talk.
No.
Pastor,
No solution to anything but enough talk.
I think you have a bigger
No, of course.
issue other than to come
No.
to
You're
yourself
going to sit
inside
up.
disrespect people faster. You have a bigger issue to deal with, trust me, and me and you know that. So listen to
Caution.
me, officer, to you now, right?
Right?
This
Don't
issue
come and
that
talk
happening at the
foolishness.
Caribbean
Me don't want none of
island,
that.
He is
Caution.
moving diplomatically and strategically.
this issue that
You
happening
notice
at
not
the
even
Caribbean
Margolin has come out and said anything pertaining to that issue. You notice Margolin has not come out by him though. Come send some other spokesperson to come chat up our mouth, and all of a sudden there is nothing left to talk.
I heard the two former prime ministers.
Well, that's why you shut your mouth.
And Pete
That's why you shut your mouth and remain silent like a leader. Shut your mouth and remain silent and let the prime minister
They
of the
can
country.
talk because they have
Shut
nothing
your mouth
in this
and
world
let the prime
anymore.
minister of the leader quiet.
They have nothing in
Why
this
you not take
world
your pan ahead?
anymore.
When the prime minister go over there and go interfere with that and Donald Trump get mad power and say, look here, no Jamaican nine country, the visa to take one hour 4 country. And the one let them take the visa. That's all I'm going to say. Leave it alone, but we are not doing our police.
It is such a pleasure being on your life.
I have only one question to the comrades. People like Caution and the rest of them. Because if you notice where One Love rightfully say, not a word from Mark Golding. Because Mark Golding not stupid. Mark Golding not stupid.
Not one word from him.
He can't align himself with Venezuela.
Eh? I said the PNP them concerned about Venezuela. Want to win about Haiti. How me not hear them a complain concerned about Haiti? They come go concerned about Venezuela. So want to Haiti.
And what did we do? So what we are talking about? And what did Jamaica do? You notice we sell the said Karma that Caution loves to mention. Right? 2 soldiers who just came from Haiti. I'm going to ask them the situation while going down there. The man them look at me and say, yo brother, I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth. Down at Haiti, a crisis are going down there. A crisis are going down there. I'm glad I come back home. And see our government had sent people to Haiti.
Yes.
When we had done that, wasn't it the same people was talking about we were wasting time sending people to Haiti?
Yes. I was going to say that faster, that when Andrew sent, and Andrew is the first prime minister, did he went down to Haiti? I think he went down there, Did he?
No, I don't remember if he went there.
I think
yes, man, he went down.
When?
I don't remember.
Anyway,
I don't remember him going.
I think so, no, but anyway.
Nobody now visit Haiti.
All right. You see, when Andrew did send the military down there, the same PNP them start come out because Andrew send the soldiers them. Yes, we go down there, go kill off themselves and them family this and the people them family that. Right? And
if Caution is so interested in Venezuela because them send the $12 million to them party.
Right?
The same $12 million would account to what? 160 to $1 almost over $2 billion. Where all of that money then gone.
But faster, you hear me talk about Goat Island. Goat Island is restricted, I'm talking about with lease. So
from I was a child,
military
ever
BS.
since I was a child.
Hear what? It leased out for true, But it leased officially in 2013. But Missy Gina put out now articles. They did lease to the American US patrolman. Then, alright, it did lease to them from Britain. Britain give them in higher parties to use as a base. So then the first one thing then they do, then they build one seaplane over there. Come in and read one something. And after the war done, then pack up everything and gone. So the lease is still active up until 2013 when it did officially end. But then
No,
Missy
that's not
Gina
the
have an
question.
article say
That's not the
said
question
it
I
go
asked
on
him, you know. I
till
said,
till
where in Jamaica
2039.
was there any lease property under US
All
base
right.
situated there? That is what
All
I
right.
asked him.
No, the base not
Your
pack up
Black
and
King
gone long
say,
time, man.
your Black King say Andrew did go down at 80 2023. Me know Andrew did go
This
down
part of
there.
18 go.
Me no know he went down there. Me know him go down there.
Well,
He
whether or
went
not he
down there.
went,
Anyway.
whether or not he went, the situation in Haiti, he sent the JDF down there to help in whatever way they can, along with what? One of them a Kenya? A Kenya?
Yes,
Which one of them
Kenya.
African
Yes, of
countries?
Kenya. Yeah, Kenya.
All right.
Kenya.
Now, in Maduro's case, you remember, you know, from Hugo Chavez in Venezuela, you know, there's been it's been riddled with corruption
Right.
and all of these foolishness, right? Now, this Maduro person is about. It has long been, you know, Venezuela borders on Colombia, right? And there's long been reports that they have been trying new routes to get drugs out of Colombia through Venezuela, you understand, into the United States.
Yeah.
The only thing that is in dispute is that the USA is going around and firing on boats without true evidence that these boats are carrying drugs.
Yes. And we figure go mix up in that.
Right?
It will say the PNP
No, it is for the
faster.
people of the varying countries. I don't know if Jamaican fishermen go all the way out there.
No, Jamaican fishermen don't go suffer. You crazy? If you
You understand? So the question is, at the US and with all our little boats that's going on there, with all of the Haitian boats that have been coming across, coming to Jamaica, how come all these US patrol ships never come and capture those people?
Right.
That means that they have no interest in the waters from Hispaniola coming across. Look how far down. It takes almost 2.5 hours to fly from Trinidad.
I know what to faster the news items. The boat them with Chompa blow up. Those boats are leaving from Venezuela and to Trinidad because based on the route from Venezuela to Florida, they would have to stop and refuel to get to Florida with straight. So that means to say I don't drugs nothing Chompa deal with because the people them say it is the boat them with Chompa blow up. It is impossible for the boat to leave Venezuela with drugs and get to America. They have to stop somewhere and refuel. So Donald Trump is deliberately doing what I do. So we Jamaica now must go intervene in that we're not concerned. We
same thing.
Here somebody say the Prime Minister went to Haiti 27th of February. Yeah, tell us him go down them.
The PNP is yet to tell us, Rick,
yeah, tell us him go down
why
man.
Jamaica should eggs up with self in that. We don't
know if Kamina did go, but we know
PNP is saying that because here what happened, them get the $12 million, so them have to represent where they get money from. You know?
But they can go and advocate for Venezuela because remember, you know, guys.
They are not government, so they can't do anything.
I don't know if you remember this, you know. You see the Venezuelan government, Maduro, same one. Maduro is no friend of our government and Andrew Holness, you know. As a matter of fact, in 2016, Maduro helped try to help the PNP to win the election from Andrew Holness. So Maduro is not no friend of ours. So
and it goes to show you. Remember the old time saying where your granny used to say, show me company, tell me who you are.
Who you are, yeah.
Thank you. The Venezuelan
and then when you look at the whole Mark Golding himself, even running the PNP, you notice how him love come out and talk about, oh, and his dictatorial this and his dictatorial that.
Yes.
He saw him run the PNP, he tell the woman in the parliament to sit down.
Remember the Petrojam deal in a Rickstar. The Petrojam shares we buy back from Venezuela. You know, so 28, I don't think Venezuela take that money in the account put on the same way.
Yeah, because anything say PNP that go win the election.
Yes, because remember Venezuela did not agree to we buying back them shares, buying back them shares out of Petrojam. And when Venezuela never have no money, we catch them when they're the weakest, and them had to sell their shares for less than it was, and we take the opportunity and we bought it back. And they did not want to sell, so we put the money in an account, and when they're ready for the money is there for them. So there are no friends of Jamaica Holness. None.
Remember, you know, Munchie said.
Yeah, man, they expect them to win the election.
So they thought PNP was going to win the election and they could have go back to the come back and come up with a deal.
remember, you know, Munchi, I
The best
think
thing about the
when the
Jamaica is
money was
September
to go
3rd.
down there, hold on, you see, when the money was to go down there, it couldn't go in because Trump did put some sanction through some banking thing. You don't remember, man?
Yeah, they freeze the
Yes.
money,
That
man.
yes, that they couldn't go down there. So you're right, it's probably still in the
It
account.
probably now American account put on, and not only that, guys. When the PNP tricked the country under Porsche said they signed Petro Carib deal with we where we are get cheap fuel, we're gonna benefit Jamaican people. That was a lie.
That was a lie.
That was a lie.
When cheap
There
fuel,
was
they
Never
still
no
away.
benefited us,
cheap fuel.
period.
There was no cheap fuel. The people of Jamaica was paying for the fuel. What happened was that we like a trust. So then trust sweet and we pay for some and then we owe them for some and we pay for some and we owe for some. And when we win the election, don't remember the time. No one remember this, you know. When time we are come with the 1.5, you know, and Ardley Shaw say money is there. We're gonna have the money to do the 1.5. And PNP kept saying no money is there, no money is there. Because Ardley Shaw had his mind on that money where the PNP is supposed to be putting on the account where we are safe from the trust aisle where we are get. Lord, I'm going to do this now. If you got the TikTok, send me the place to that. Oh, already? Turn it off then. So when we win the election, now we're going to look at the Petro Carib fund. But we're going to look for money where Philip Powell and Porsche to put on for we. No money was there. No money. So Venezuela no benefit the Jamaica government and the Andrew Holness no time at all. So I know why we must put our sovereignty at risk for please Venezuela.
We no business with no
Munchi.
country because we are no union. We are a
Munchi.
standalone country.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, anything that to disrupt the governance of Jamaica in a negative way, the PNP support it as long as the JLP is in power.
Yes.
What we not at the script.
We don't want another come.
It is the script.
Mirrors, this a liar.
Them too. You're the box get quiet since you come with the box. Everybody can hold a conversation.
Yeah, man, because they're a distraction. You don't want to know. Ingram, good evening.
I'm treating you.
Good evening. It is treating me good. Everything is good. We batten down and tie down and buy and wait. So wait for right out the storm and see. I know, Clarence, you're there to dance.
Me?
Oh, look down there.
I'm fully Jamaican.
The lady
I've not lived anywhere else but in Jamaica.
I want to prepare down there. Don't Clarence, I don't know prepare.
No,
Yeah,
all
man,
of
everything can
no, all of my live.
Hola, Belly. Hola, but go get it too. Hola, but go get it too. So, Ingram.
You sound worried though.
Yes.
Ingram.
I have a question for you because this
Yeah,
one
man.
how long you go stay. This will determine how long you go stay. Do you think the Jamaican government should intervene more in the Venezuela-US conflict?
The truth is, I've not really looked into it, you know, but at the same time, I think it's a very tedious matter, and we have to be careful because remember what happened in the 70s and coming up in the 80s there, so we want to make sure you don't do anything adverse that affect, because if US get a call, we're gonna have a problem right away.
Oh yeah, when I sense it become ready in grammar.
After all.
Yes, I would expect it become like caution to tell me say yes, if you go and go over to go example yourself. That's
what I said earlier, you know. That's what I said earlier.
No, Caution didn't. I don't think Caution said, you know, you just listen what Caution said properly. I don't think he's saying we should get involved.
What he did say
that.
Mr. Ingram,
really?
exactly what Caution said.
He did say that.
What is he saying? Look at your field version. What is he saying?
I don't hear what Caution said.
Oh, so I think he was speaking on behalf of Caution. Okay. Caution is saying that we must impress upon the United States to leave Venezuela alone and make the Caribbean be a zone of peace. And also, if America and Venezuela start fight, it will affect Jamaica, the Panama Canal, and all type of whatever. But we're happy to know that your good sense prevail after all in the PNP. Don't risk that. We're happy to know.
Mr. Ingram, when
you should be living in peace.
Mr. Ingram, when you talk with common sense, I have to greet you. You know. Good afternoon, good evening, Mr. Ingram.
I don't know what you mean by that. You know. I'm not like,
no, because you talk something constructive. You talk something constructive.
I speak
diplomacy.
24. I speak
No,
constructive
man.
24/7. I know what you're talking about.
Lie, Mr. Ingram. Lie,
So,
lie, lie for the
and you make me,
Well, me look
you
for
make me
my watch
scared.
now. I mean, I see 24/7
You
for
make
my watch.
me scared now, because I wonder if because the hurricane I come make you attack the truth.
He's scared for true, because I asked him and he said yes, he's scared.
Yeah, because we are saying, and this is not because we are labor rights. If a PNP didn't power, me know say the labor right in the platform would be saying the same thing.
Same thing.
Leave it alone. We do not want a situation where America turn their eyes on us because we don't have a normal president in the White House. That the man is a normal man.
Monche,
Yeah.
you notice that the two men them we cast one goal into last election and September 3rd pay your visit this evening.
Alright. I don't know for them too, but we know say sometimes they're not straight. We know that Donald Trump, if Donald Trump can just go up and Truth Social and say, alright, the president of Colombia joined a protest in the United States where they got the UN something, and immediately Donald Trump sanctioned him and take away in diplomatic visa. And who will tell me say our prime minister must go align himself with Venezuela?
Then when we can't get food, they say Andrew, let's
yeah, exactly.
No. We have to be careful though, because Jamaica is a sovereign state, you know. We can't be subject to the dictator anywhere else, you know. So we have to be careful how we handle the situation. We can't be subject to the dictator of any other state, you know. We have a sovereign state.
Mr. Ingram.
Yes.
Mr. Manley do it in the 70s and we know the whole of we regret it. Despite all.
What Mr. Manley do in the 70s?
When he joined up with the Communist Party
business.
and the communists him talking about democratic
Hands and hands to the top of the mountain, I will walk with Castro. And the whole of we regret it. Hungry nearly
I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand what Mike and Manley was up to.
No, it's not a matter of understanding.
Until today, a lot of Jamaicans don't understand what Mike and Manley was up to.
We don't want
yes,
to
what
Michael Manley was
what Michael Manley was what benefit did it bring to Jamaica? Huh? If we had followed him and his what he was up to, what benefit it would have brought to Jamaica?
Tell me something. Huh? Tell me something. Look in Jamaica right now, and in comparison to Cuba and Jamaica, can you identify the benefit we have gotten from the US?
Of course.
What are you talking about?
What?
Of course.
What?
What are you talking about? Have you been to Cuba?
Let me explain something to you, Ingram.
You tell me.
In the 70s or the 80s, when Michael Manley win the election, when he aligned, in the 70s, yes, in the 70s, when Michael Manley aligned himself to Cuba, and Michael Manley told the educated people of Jamaica, the one them when see him one use with tax dollars and send a school free. Say they don't like him policy, they must pack them bag and go. Those Jamaican people took the plane and went to South Florida. And at them now there's Florida, a part of the diaspora, we are send back remittance to the country. We are help the economy right now. At them at their Florida who come back and buy house and start business right across Jamaica. That is what America do for us by not sanctioning us.
Monchi,
I don't know what's to
Munchi, it go deeper than that, you know. All the comrades that I know that in the 70s were activists. None of them run away to Russia or Cuba. America, the whole of them go to England and Canada. All of them go to make life and come back to make. All of the people who say them are communists. Them pick the gas school, America, them the America make life and they make sure they have green card.
All right, hold on. Before you go on, Mr. Ingram, before you go on, you asked a question
in Jamaica? Was communism in Jamaica?
Wasn't it in the
when Manley said he will walk to the top of the mountain when Manley said he will walk to the top of the mountain with Castro, what did he mean?
I don't think you guys understand enough.
No, I don't.
There was never. Listen. Cuba.
This long-winded argument about what is happening.
We'll give 1 minute to develop faster. Let me speak, man. One.
Jamaica is a few miles from Cuba. Mm-hmm. What is inherently wrong if Jamaica have a relationship with Cuba? What is wrong with it?
we're less than an hour away from America too. What happened if you have a relationship with America?
And that's the point I'm making. But what you're saying here, you know, what I'm hearing, listen, if you look at the both relationship, the one with the US and the one with America, remember what the Jamaica went through, you know?
Mr. Ingram, the embargo against Cuba will affect
Hold on a man. Let us argue rationally and look at the facts. Right now in Jamaica, what are the tangible things we can look at in Jamaica and say we got this from the US?
You know, just tell you.
What is it?
You
No,
know,
you understand?
Michael Manley was not for the Jamaican
They don't need to point
Michael
it
Manley
out.
was for the people of Jamaica.
One at a time, talking. One at a time. It has sound too confusing. One at a time.
Mr. Manley was for himself and Cuba, not for the people of Jamaica. It was himself and Cuba. That's all Mr. Manley cares about. Not the people of Jamaica. He cares about Cuba and himself.
You talk.
Okay.
Not the people
Well,
of Jamaica.
That
is the reason why the people of Jamaica suffered. Why you run out all of the business people of the country when you tell them that they don't like what they do in spy flight today? Take one.
Okay, all right. So,
He never care about the people. He care about himself and Cuba.
Pastor, hold on.
Yes, may I ask this question?
Hold on there. Make him rebut when Nathaniel and then
wait. Before you rebut, faster, the question what Ingram asked is what are the benefits, what are the things that Jamaica benefit from being in a relationship with US? Me just tell him one too.
Okay, no, well, I'm going to ask the question in this different way.
Yes.
In what area that any investment with Cuba has brought any result that made Jamaica money?
Right.
Tell me what
But,
has happened between Jamaica and Cuba that has resulted in the country earning significant amount of money, you understand, to sustain itself.
Yeah, benefit
For the
economy.
I'm asking the
rest of
question
the-
in that way.
I'm responding to you. For the rest of our existence, we can never stop earn from the school that we got from Cuba. And the
How is
sport
school?
facility, that the sport medicine.
That's how which
And the-
school
and
we
the
earn
eye-
from
and the
school?
eye doctors
Which
and the
school we
doctors or
earn
whatever.
from because of Cuba? Which school?
Which one?
Which one?
Osemati?
What we earn from
Osemati.
Osemati?
Oh my God.
No answer.
Hello.
What?
Osemati and GC Pastor was a...
Hello. Our human resource.
Oh
So
my
out
God.
of all Jamaica with
you
the
don't see that?
hundreds
You
of
don't see the
schools, with
important-
the hundreds of schools. So no, hold on, Munchie. So with the hundreds of schools that are in Jamaica, you understand? You're saying to me that we must base our investment in Cuba off 2 schools? Is that what you're saying?
It's not
It is going to bring billions and billions. It's going to bring billions and billions. No, listen, because you have spoken enough.
Ingram, because you're coming with stupid names.
You are going to tell me, okay, out of those 2 schools, tell me where you have seen billions and billions of US dollars or hundreds of millions
Generated
of US
from
dollars
those
earnings
schools.
from those schools.
Tell us.
I don't think you understand. I'm talking about the human development.
What human development?
Schools is
Tell
something-
me
How much
the
people left
Listen,
human
listen.
development from
Look at the
those
school, they
schools.
benefit the
The
economy.
human
And that's the same- and
development
that's the
from
same-
those schools
And that the same thing,
that has
and that the same thing you guys
equated in Jamaica earning billions and billions
Ingram,
of dollars.
answer the
That's what I'm
question.
asking you.
Answer the question
and
the
that's
pastor is
the
asking
same
you.
thing
One
you
of the time
guys
we don't
argue.
understand.
Listen.
Ingram,
In terms
Answer
of
the
in terms of remittances, that's a constant. Any family member go overseas, they go and send back remittances to the family. Not only
Yes.
to America, anywhere in the world.
but if we had
Family
been
that's a-
under the
that's a
embargo
normal-
like Cuba, we would not be benefiting from that. That's what we're saying. So you're
But we are
and
never
you're asking me to tell us
but
some
we are never
positive.
ever under an embargo. But we are
If we
never
did follow
ever
Michael
under-
Mann, we would have
Is this
like,
man
no.
understanding? You understanding what we're saying? Me could put it in a tactless
Hold
way.
on, you're not saying. You're not saying
Let me
anything.
put
So
it in
you're
a
not saying
tactless way.
anything.
If we did
You're
gonna
not
go try in
saying anything.
Cuba,
What you're
if we
doing,
did
you're making a lot of noise.
no, what
and
you're doing is
looking at the
coming to
facts.
make a statement. What you're doing is coming to make a statement, and then all you're saying is that we don't understand. That is on the talking point. You understand? Right?
No,
What
what
you
you're
must
doing,
understand,
No,
what you must understand,
is to
what you must understand is that if we were sanctioned as a tiny dot in this world like Cuba, we would be like them. Do you know that second to the Cubans who are in the USA, Cubans coming to Jamaica benefit to send money back to their people? Huh? You saw how strident our government was when the USA was telling us. Did you see how strident you sit there again? You're coming and making projections instead of answering the question. Did you see, hold on, miss. Did you see how strident the government was pertaining to the nursing situation the other day when the US were saying that all of us must stop working with Cuba because the Cuban government is taking their money and treating their own nurses unwell? Right? Did you see how Jamaica stands on that? Where we're saying we do not operate like that. It is not operated like that. And we have a good working relationship with all our Cuban doctors and nurses. Did you not see that?
But Mr.
Do you know that
second
to the United States, Cubans come here and are living here, earning here to send money back to their families in Cuba. Don't tell me I'm lying or tell me any other story because I live 10 minutes away from the Cuban embassy. I see them walking on the street. I have been to the hospital and seen the nurses working in our hospitals.
Mr. Foster, listen.
Yes, there.
As me always say, there comes a time where we don't need to in a no long argument and fuss and fight with them about nothing because all of the comrades then get up every strike in there and I promote Cuba and I go on in themselves and I go. How much of them you see pack up anger Cuba? How much of them you see pop up and say I'm gonna make Cuba my home? Don't you see them up upper US embassy?
You're missing the point.
My dear, you're not making a point. My dear,
there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong if Jamaica and Cuba have a relationship. Nothing is wrong with that.
But we have a relationship.
So all that
you guys are doing here, what you guys are doing here is starting to spread the same old rhetoric that Jamaica wanted to go communism, and that's not correct.
No. What do you mean it wasn't correct? What was the policy of the man that the US...
Jamaica's never gone
to communism. We did not say... If Jamaica had gone... Idiots, if Jamaica had gone communism, we would have been sanctioned now.
You don't support the PNP party, and therefore you'll go to the extreme to say things that are not correct.
Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid.
And don't be rude.
This is not about the PNP
No, you're being stupid. Don't conject it as being rude.
This is
don't be stupid. Argue like you're arguing with sense. We have always had a relationship with
Point of order. First, you know the problem with the PNP is them cannot separate. Let me explain something to you faster because me I did do them fairly community now. Me have PNP family. I'm mother. The issue with the PNP is faster. They cannot separate country from party. You see how we labor right to that have country separate and then we'll talk about what party will be tribal and state. PNP cannot do that. You see the moment
that is exactly what I'm trying for you. That's exactly what I'm trying to
for the People's National Party is party first.
To encourage you guys to do
party
separate
first.
Country from party.
Yes,
that's exactly what I'm trying to
anybody criticize Cuba,
separate
because we are labor right. Anybody criticize Venezuela is because we are labor right. The PNP can't get it on what Ed say is the Jamaica first agenda we are defend. Because we are telling our Prime Minister Andrew Michael Holness all if him did want to support Venezuela and couldn't. Because with a right in the street. All right, let me point out something to you, Ingram. You see, Grenada, the United States asked Grenada for them to put up some listening device at the Maurice Bishop Airport, right? And now the Prime Minister of Grenada can't answer US. You know why? Because the people them are riot in the street. Because the people say to the Prime Minister, if you put it, we're going to vote you out. You know which government in our power over Grenada? The US friendly government. And I bet him can't do it. Because the people them have a Grenada first agenda. They do not want to be involved in a way to concern them. So that is the same thing we're saying to our government too.
I'm suggesting that you guys evaluate what is meant by Jamaica first.
No,
but Monche.
Yes.
Why them not gonna put the listening post on Trinidad? Since this lady there,
them have it already.
Some of them need more for Trinidad much closer to Jamaica to think that than Grenada. So they don't need no more.
Them that the biggest warship that they have in Trinidad. No, they want to put a listening device in Grenada and one in a St. Vincent or St. Kitts, one of them at the island there. The government that is in power in Grenada now, remember they vote out Mr. Mitchell, who is aligned to the JLP, you know, so they can't say a JLP agent, a labor right and whatever, the man over there, because the man over there are friends with the JLP. Remember they come out with conference, Petal. So they can't say that is the issue. The man that is in this deal now is a liberal man, is a PNP friend, is a US friend. But the PNP, the man over there, all knowing can't answer to the US, we say yes or no, because if you look over there now, the people them protest 2 days ago and tell him, say, if you ever give the United States permission to put a listening device at the Maurice Bishop Airport, we will vote you out. So that's the situation that align themselves with US Ingram. We do not want our government to mix up in our when a concern him. That's all.
But you know who is to be blamed? You know who is to be blamed for all of this stuff? You see the said Venezuelan people? You understand who sit down there and not doing anything about these people that are there? They are to be blamed.
We if fight for them.
No one do that.
We not fight for them.
And
They
then
themselves. Look, me kind of watch the. I don't know much how they say in America. Me kind of watch the. Where Olympic them. Me kind of watch the American mayor, the mayoral race in America. You see faster, and the Democrat. Them have 2 candidates in the race. Them have Como.
Which should state them of them in New York?
New York, yes. Them have Como, who used to be the governor.
Going back again.
We have Como here, who used to be the governor. He might run for mayor, and we have a Democratic Socialist guy when he named Zoran Mamdan.
Como going to run again?
And him and then you know the man with the red hat when he's Silva, right? They have the primary. Como lost the primary. The guy who didn't win is the guy where the Democratic Socialists. You know, say the Democrat Party don't want that because they're afraid that Trump to call him socialist and call him communist and call him comrade because they know say the Republican will campaign against that rhetoric there. You know what the Republican man say? Because they might ask him to drop out of the race so that Como can get 5 votes so they can win the Democratic Socialist. You know what the Republican man say? Why me must drop out? Why can't go and go look for him wanna vote? Why we must help him with me not help him with making girl and go look for him wanna vote? Everybody I look out for themselves except the People's National Party.
You know, Monche,
now put the country first.
I'm going honest with you.
Monche, I don't understand. I don't understand the politics, Monche. I don't understand.
We at the first time. We at the first time.
I don't think I understand.
Ingram, which politics are which country at this country?
The different bilateral agreements. I don't think I understand what is happening.
Which bilateral agreement you are talking about?
First and foremost, you have to acknowledge that a sovereign state must be able to stand on its own 2 feet. It's
so
very important.
2 feet?
No, but if the Jamaican Prime Minister decide to have a relationship with Cuba, look at the rhetoric that you guys have been spreading over the years about Cuba.
We choose our relationship with America.
In your view, the Jamaican government now don't have a relationship with Cuba?
Of course, but listen what you guys are saying.
But what is the point?
The point I'm making is that nothing is wrong if the Jamaican government have a relationship with
But
Cuba.
we have a relationship with Cuba now. What is your point?
So what's the argument? What's the argument about then?
The argument
We
is
talking
about
about the argument is
Venezuela.
about we didn't want
was
to take
Jamaica?
our money
When was
for this
Jamaica?
world.
When was Jamaica going communism? When was that?
Me don't want to talk about Michael Manley again, Ingram. We're talking about
Thank you very
Venezuela
much.
now.
Thank you very much.
We are
Yeah, because they need. So what was Michael
truth
Manley
is-
going to do? What was
The
democratic
truth
socialism
is,
about?
the truth is, I am, you know, so I'm not even take time out to really look into Venezuelan situation right now.
well,
I don't.
well, that's the way that talk about the Venezuela too. So
I don't even get. I don't get a chance to look at it because
Yeah,
we
the
have so
first
many.
come with me
We
say
have
when I
so
know
many
about it
different
because I come with
issues.
them a campaign pan it
Well-
so much.
We have no man. We have so many different issues affecting the Jamaican economy right now that it's
Like for
it's have
example,
to be.
wait there. Before you answer that, Travi, good evening. Sorry about that. Come in now, darling.
Glad they stop him.
You know that thing.
Let me come back in with it, man. Come in, you did the Mixter. Where go on, Travi?
Me there. Everything alright your side? How is everybody?
Everybody, all right. Everybody button down.
Well, we're
Everybody-
fine here.
Giving thanks.
Wow,
So get
but-
dark.
Yeah,
People
go
start
on.
coming at night.
Pick up yourself, you know, Travis, that.
Nice.
Yeah,
One and
yeah.
only traffic on the app.
Yeah, man, well
I
done.
wanted to respond to a few things. Let me start with the Andrew Cuomo situation. What he did, he lost the Democratic primary and he's now running as an independent candidate. Right? And I see other people support who already support Mandela. That's a for them business over that side.
Yes.
I want to ask Mr. Ingram a question based on the conversation that I heard initially. And my question to you, Mr. Ingram, is who benefits more from the relationship between Cuba and Jamaica?
So who benefited
Who benefits more?
from the relationship between Jamaica and Cuba?
And Cuba.
It's a bilateral. Jamaica benefited more. You mean no or in the 70s?
Hold on. Mr. Ingram, hold on.
I'm actually referring to now. Are you referring to now or in the 70s?
From start to finish. From then
Jamaica
till now.
Jamaica
All
benefited
these
more, man.
decades.
Jamaica benefited more by
Wow.
far.
Tell us how we benefited more. Please tell us. Tell everybody on the live. All 169.
Education, the continuing educational ability with the schools, the health, the medical facility assistance from them, especially in the eye surgery era, and sports. In sports, a lot of a lot of doctors Jamaican doctors were trained in Cuba at Peppercorn. Quite a few. We have benefited by far.
Mr.
And still
Ingram.
benefiting.
Mr. Ingram.
Okay, so,
I think you're
alright.
confused. I think you're confused as it and I think it's the word that benefit is the word that defeats. I think you really need to do a rain check on that right there. Because I'm pretty sure that the doctors and nurses who work in Jamaica don't work for free. They get paid MONEY, which they send to their country, their home, which is in a bad economical climate. So I think the word benefit is something you really need to look over.
The people of Cuba are comfortable, Very comfortable.
Oh, no, I beg your pardon?
Yeah. Mr. Ingram,
I beg your pardon, are you mad?
Cubans are very comfortable,
Oh, really?
Look like you can do my drink because the rain
All right,
Cubans
all
are
right, all
very
right.
comfortable.
All right, okay, all right. So the people of
They are
Cuba,
very educated, very educated, healthy, and very.
Mr. Ingram, you know the situation in Cuba right now?
all right.
Believe in their country.
Hold on. Pause, people. Because here now he's going into something that is really pissing me off. You know why it's pissing me off? Because there are many Cuban friends that are here who are my friends.
Mr.
You
Foster,
understand?
Mr. Foster.
Right now, hold on. I don't want anybody interrupt me. And I'm not making it as a dictatorship because I'm taking this personally now because of people who are hurting, who have come here to try and make a life for themselves.
Mr. Pastor, I'm simply saying, I'm going to allow you to respond to Mr. Ingram.
No, I'm not talking
Then
you,
that
Travis. I'm
keep
talking.
it in. No.
I'm
Hold on,
talking
hear me
Ingram.
now. Keep it in check. I know what I'm saying. I'm going to say keep it in check. All the emotions, I know that it's infuriating, the things we say, but when you take your time and educate him. Don't just rebut, but
All
educate
right,
him.
let me take my time and educate them. Within the tourism sector alone, you understand? There's one doctor I know in St. Anne. You understand? And I was shocked when I went there and saw this. He is in St. Anne and literally has a dormitory for Cuban refugees who him help to either get into the tourism industry and also help to get into the medical field. And this young man is a doctor. You understand? Right? All over in Kingston. Remember, I tell you, I live 10 minutes or 5 minutes walk from the Cuban embassy. I have seen these people walking about here and I've asked them, where are you from? They say Cuba. I said, but why are you here? And they say they're running from the lack of light, the lack of water. Them have infrastructure and all of these things down there. They have sent me their videos of them in their community that shocked me when they see them walk along the road.
You weren't talking to Cubans.
Do not tell me what they are.
Don't even go there.
You weren't talking
Do
to
not tell me.
Cubans.
Don't come with that. Don't come with that conjecture again. I want to come and talk about people don't understand that people don't.
Ingram, you have
No,
not
you see,
Cubans are happy people.
that is where you are
I've worked
corrupt.
with Cubans.
That
I've
is
worked
where
with
you
Cubans
are
for over a
corrupt.
year.
And Cubans are my
Cubans.
customers.
Where
Cubans
were-
I have
are my
worked with
customers,
Cubans.
sir.
I've worked with Cubans
Cubans
over
are
a
my
year.
customers,
And
sir.
Cubans are
All right.
happy people.
Oh,
Cubans are
happy?
very
Oh, really?
intelligent,
So,
very
so
decent.
they are happy. They are
productive
happy
people.
in a country where they have no electricity, no water. The grid is not working. You're telling me that those people supposed to be happy with? Well, it
You're
tells
not being
me
truthful.
all
You're
that
not being truthful.
they are telling
You're not being
you
truthful.
are telling
Ingram, it
me
is true.
you are telling me all that you project for people to live. That is what
You're
you
not-
are telling me.
you're not
Ingram
being
has
There
not
was a
spoken to
recent
any
document.
Cuban.
There was a recent documentary where Cubans are over there with the tourists that are risking their lives of sanction in the United States. Because you know, say American tourists go to Cuba, they can be punished. You understand? Right? Who go down there and men and women literally selling their bodies. Of course, yes, they are trained. Yes, they are trained. But what is the sense of you being trained to be a doctor when you cannot eat? Where the doctor is literally moonlighting as a taxi man.
I think what
You
you're doing. I
understand?
think what
At
you're
night.
doing.
He's
We're
correct.
educated.
You don't know anything about
We're
Cubans. You don't know nothing about
educating.
you.
Don't tell
You
me
don't
I
know
don't know
nothing about
anything
it.
about people. These are
Ingram,
people that I
please,
grew
because
amongst
people want to hear.
and live amongst and work
know about
about
Cuba.
and sell to.
Mr. Pastor, hold on there, Mr. Pastor. Beg you 1 second there. Mr. Ingram, back to you again. Have you ever traveled to Cuba? Mr. Ingram, have you ever traveled to Cuba?
No.
Me don't know. You see,
I
that is
have
why.
the last set of
Mr.
Cubans, you
Ingram
know.
seems to have to get how to unmute the mic, it seems. It appears you to get how to unmute the mic.
In well,
The
don't
little
unmute it, so you
microphone
mute
button,
every
just
time I
tap it,
talk.
Mr. Ingram, and it will unmute your mic.
Monche and all the others here and Travis.
The mic was mute. The mic was mute.
It broke my
Yes, it
heart.
was.
It broke my heart the other day. Let me tell you the exact vehicle I sold these people. A 2002 Honda Inspire motor car. I asked them, what do you do in Jamaica? Right? They make furniture. Right? They had to come and pay me in varying installments to come and buy the car. I said, but if you're so talented, why you left Cuba? They said, look, it is a gateway for me to get to the United States. We have come here to earn. Some of them are
Yes, sir. In
doctors.
every
When them
country-
tell
in every
me,
country
when them
you
tell
find
me,
people like those.
when them tell me,
Those are
when them
deserters.
tell me, the doctors, when
They
they
call
tell me
them
the
deserters,
doctors.
sir. You call those deserters.
Yes, so what you doing calling the people them deserters? Because what? Because
No, what you- no, what you're talking-
over on
no,
your
persons who
side,
talk like that about
on
their
on
country.
your side, that's
Persons
all
who
you
talk
want
like that about
people
their
to
country are
live. You
deserters.
don't want
Yes, that's
people
what
to
they are.
live. You don't want people to live in squalor and don't want better than them. That is
So,
full
so,
of
so you're
policy.
going to prefer the
Well,
people in
this
stay
is
Cuba
not.
You
Right?
Richard
This
don't know
is
anything.
not.
You don't know anything
This
about.
is not.
You can't refer
This
to Cuba
is
and live in
not
squalor.
the Jamaican. You may mean people over there not living in squalor. Of course, they're living in squalor.
Of course.
You
One
don't
young
know
man, you
people
see
like you
Munche.
don't do that.
One
You need to
young
stop.
man, you
You
see
need to.
Ingram,
You're
you
Munche.
need
spreading
to stop.
One
You
young
propaganda.
need
man.
to stop.
You're spreading
One young
propaganda.
man.
You need to
One
stop.
young man. One young man, you see Munche. When you do a tour of his house, the amount of little, you see, like how them talk about the little generator, them what the guy was mentioning earlier, the solar generator, the amount of that is plugged in to his house. You understand? Right? I said, but you're not afraid of fire. And when you walk through the house, you see just like way back when if you live in the country, you would have to have the house full of barrel because you have to go and make sure so you catch up a little water and so the place stay. You understand? Right? And then now, this man is going to come tell me, say, I don't know. You think these people
Ingram
don't love their country?
Ingram has never been to Cuba, darling. And he don't know, he not speak to no Cuban. You see, the PNP have a love affair with Cuba because of Michael Manley.
They love,
yes.
Just like how when you see them have them thing, and I hate to say it like this because here some PNP people, you know, it's so nice, it's not funny. But as far as I'm concerned, you see how they want people to live. They want people to live with them control and dish out just like you cut a piece of bread and the crumbs, they must brush it off the plate and give it to you and brush it up and that is how you want people to live, Mr. Ingram. And you should stop it. You should stop it.
And that's the PNP.
And you know what amazed me, Munche? You know what amazed me, Munche? Amazed me that the Cubans who ran away from Cuba and went to the United States to live. It amazed me that a man who came on here and said, look, I am for Americans only. Everybody else have to get out. They'll send people who barely speak English, have a strong Spanish accent, same way, went and voted for that man.
Yeah, because that's all the PNP that do to faster than vote against themselves. Look at the PNP people on a Burger Gully. When we watch TV, speaking of TV, when you watch TV in J News, you know, faster, and me hear the people on a Burger Gully last week, you know what they say? They might follow their own sandbag and they might help themselves because the councillor and the councillor and the MP alone can't do it. That they say, no. Anyhow, it was Andrew Holness, the down there are in the labor down there. They would have called on Bands and Mercy, said they need help. But because of PNP council and a PNP, don't a Burger Gully.
Oh yeah, but then go right ahead. But you know,
They say
look at the PNP then.
themselves. Guys, stop up the live, man. Make TikTok, take it down. Come and say,
look on the PNP them. Look when the students them go Cuba. Go and study. Well, remember when Cuba that have a power outage and the light that go away, and the students them over there answer that they don't have no food and whatever. Nobody them and their family decides them go Cuba.
And you never send them over.
I remember.
When you guys get a chance, sit down and talk to a person who's studying Cuba.
Everyone of them come up. Ingram, talk, man. Every one of them come up. Everyone then come on pan something. Then can't them have to speak. Them have to hide their identity, and then you hear them a whisper. Then can't even talk loud. We don't have any food. We don't talk. Any of them go talk about Cuba business. Woe be unto them.
Exactly.
All of them who are promote Cuba. Jamaica so bad and just so terrible. How come you not pack up and go on?
I go on Venezuela go meet
It's the same argument I said with a taxi man the other day, you know. Man talk about how this and that and how it benefits Cuba. I said, well, go there and live now and talk the way you're talking now and see what happened to you.
My people, good evening.
Right? And I don't need to talk to students who go over there and study. I'm talking to people who are born there.
Yes.
Mr. Foster, you are the man make me have to come up, you know. I'm there, you listen long time. All that you're saying is fact. And they got what they get in terms of food from the government. They get like a bottle of oil, and everything that them get in terms of food, it must serve them for the month. I don't remember which like.
But sir, But sir, Mr. Olympic,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
going to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Which do you prefer to live? Do you prefer to live in a place where the government controls your subsidy or your earnings or whatever it is that you do? Or do you prefer to live here where you go out and make your own? Tell me which is
Cuba
it.
is a
Ask
sovereign state,
Ingram.
sir. Cuba is a sovereign state.
We are not arguing that, sir. And we're not arguing that we do not have a relationship with Cuba. We do have a relationship with
Thank you,
Cuba.
Pastor.
You understand?
Mr.
But
Foster.
what
Mr.
we are
Foster.
saying is that, hold on, Mr. Olympic. Oh, yeah, you answer the question or me just
No, I
ask
haven't
you.
answered
Which
yet.
would you...
I
No,
choose
I said
Jamaica,
no.
sir. I have
Okay,
choose
why do
Jamaica.
you choose Jamaica? Do you
I
think you're
choose-
going to live in Jamaica? You think you're going to live in Jamaica and then go Cuba, where you are going to say you're going to live on subsidy and all of them sitting there, everything that you do is monitored by a government? Are you
No,
going
sir.
to live in that society?
That-
No,
that
sir.
Mr.
culture is
Ingram,
different, you're right.
Mr.
That
Ingram,
culture is different,
since
sir.
you,
That
Mr.
culture is
Ingram,
different.
since you speak so, are you going to go down there and live in Russia?
That
Are
question
you going to
don't
live in
arise.
Russia, Mr. Ingram? What I mean, it's the same policy that
that's
is in
a
Russia,
totally
that is in
irrelevant
Cuba.
question, sir.
Of course, you would
Totally
think so
irrelevant.
because you're behaving silly.
I'm a
You do
Jamaican,
not
sir.
want to
I'm
reason.
born in Jamaica,
You do not
sir.
want to reason. No, I am asking you, just like how many Jamaicans go to the
I was
United
born
States.
in Jamaica, so that
So
question is
who is
totally
questioning that?
irrelevant.
What do you mean it's irrelevant?
Look
I
how
ask
much
you a question.
Jamaican-
You're going to live in a free country. I'm going to live in a communist country that may ask you.
So look how much people born in Jamaica and migrate. What's the point,
Your
Ingram?
question is totally irrelevant, sir.
You
Ingram,
say, all right, Monche, you say on the argument again. Say how him argue
Mr.
where they
Foster.
go.
Mr. Foster.
Your question is
Hold on,
totally
a
irrelevant.
same way, so I had such respect for Triple X.
Please.
Until we hear Triple X argue like this.
Every
And
PNP argue
such
like
respect
this.
for
Every
him.
PNP.
And such respect for it. And all but yes, Travis.
Go, Chavi, go.
Yeah, Mr. Ingram, emphasized it. He put so much emphasis in this just now. He said Cuba is a sovereign state. And I'm wondering what's the relevance of that right there.
No, because the argument start.
Make him answer, Munchi. Make him answer.
Let me explain. Let me explain what I mean.
Go on.
Let me explain what I mean. This is the culture of Cuba. This is what they live. And they're, what far as I can do, Cubans are comfortable, well-educated people. And they're comfortable. When the Cubans come out here to play match, they were so excited in the stadium.
Rubbish. They must excited after they left out of them 1950.
You need to leave the people alone. Leave them alone. That's their lifestyle. So that's their culture. That's where they live. That's their
When is he talking?
That's their lifestyle.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Charlie.
Hold on. The Secretary of State, or in other words, Foreign Minister for the United States of America, is Marco Rubio. To my knowledge, he's of Cuban descent.
He is.
His parents ran away because of what you call comfortable living.
Yes, sir. All over the world, there are people who desert.
I'll ask you the
there are
time
people
to
desert
speak,
and gone to
Mr.
different country. That's a
Mr.
normal
Ingram,
phenomenon, sir.
Mr. Ingram, I allotted you the time to speak. And what a sensible individual would do now is listen as I respond. Alright? No. Him being a descendant of Cuba, as I said, his parents ran away because of the state of affairs there. He is now a very powerful individual in the United States of America. And he's on the mission to topple the current Cuban state and its leadership and how they operate. Why is that? He came to Jamaica, pressuring Jamaica, saying that the state of Cuba is oppressing the people, and when they work, is them collect the money and give them scrapsies. No. That is my evidence and my sticking point to tell you that what you're saying is a lie. The people aren't comfortable. What is your proof and backing argument? A fact that supports your argument.
And if I might add,
I work with Cubans for 1 year, sir. I work with them for 1 year, and I've seen them, sir, and I've also followed the culture of Cuba.
Hold on. Where did you work for them, sir? In Jamaica?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you worked for the embassy in Jamaica. That's what you're saying?
I also, stop. I didn't say I work for them. I work with Cubans.
Okay, so you work with the Cubans at the embassy?
I don't wish to disclose.
So what you're saying,
Hold on,
what you're saying,
hold on.
no. What you're asking is, all right. So what you're saying, you worked with a bunch of deserters.
Yes.
No, sir, I'm not saying that. They were here on a special program and we worked.
But you're the one who was saying
weren't
that
deserters.
when I'm talking
They
about
came,
it.
Oh, he's
they
a-
came,
So what
he's
we're
a
the ones you're
brigadista,
referring
people.
to, the one that you're referring to, who are here and is telling you all the bad thing about their country. The ones I've spoken to, the one I've worked with, they are happy, educated, decent people.
How much?
Who
Mr.
love their
Ingram,
country.
Yeah.
I had a co-worker, Media Florida, right? Yes, sir. And one of my first job was with a Cuban company, right? And whenever you speak of Cuba in the way you do,
What do you mean Cuban company? What do you mean Cuban company? What do
they
you mean
have a
by that?
communication company in Florida.
What do you mean Cuban company? What do you mean by that?
Mean
The
Cuba.
company owned by Cuba, Mr.
Exactly.
Ingram. No.
That's what I'm saying. And of them name Cuban. People of Cuba, no Cuban their name.
Like how he would be Jamaican. If somebody come work with him and say, work with a guy, a Jamaican guy, we have a Jamaican company. How do you pick them at all?
Mr. Ingram,
Jamaican.
I know of a Cuban who came, right? And I can show you right in my yard where him tell me, say, a 3 times him come America, he left Cuba on boat and him carry people come across the border. And I last trip in tech, and him carry up him family then.
Yeah,
Come
those
America.
are called deserters, sir. Yes, those are
Right?
called deserters.
Mr. Ingram, me can
They're
carry up
called
over Hard Rock.
deserters.
I wish I was in Hard Rock and make the Cuban tell you, say, how for him people them have to run. And if the two hosts, if when them did they come across.
Yes, sir. And
Let
that
me
happened
finish
right
now.
across
Let me
the globe,
finish.
sir.
Let me tell you what
That
I
happened
know.
right across the globe.
No. In a happen across the
so
globe.
Mr.
Mr. Ingram, just let me
What you're
finish.
talking
All
about
right, let
is not the
us-
norm, sir.
Just let me
All
finish
right,
this, because
so-
people need to know when PNP talk
So
foolishness.
basically, remember saying Olympic.
So basically, anybody who has migrated from any country is a
This is
deserter.
not
Not
PNP.
only
This is not
that, not
PNP
only that,
talking, sir.
Pastor,
This is
he's
not
saying that the
PNP
vast
talking.
majority of Cubans are
This is not
comfortable
PNP talking,
people
sir.
and happy people, and they're happy where they are. Don't say that, yes, Ingram.
Yes, that's what I'm. That's what I
he's
know.
saying. So we don't need to go no further
That
with
But
it.
it's a
Cubans are
mindset. Okay.
As a
educated, nice, educated people.
PNP steer.
Hey, Munchi.
You know one of the weirdest thing though, Mr.
Munchi,
Ingram,
me they are
as
listening
much
to
as
Munchi.
we give, I mean not take away anything from the Cuban doctors, I mean not take away anything from the Cuban nurse. You know they have an issue though. I don't know if it's a language issue or what, but when they come,
My current doctor,
you know,
Dr.
make me finish,
Watson,
Bridget.
Dr. Richard Watson, was trained in Cuba. That's my doctor in Mayhem.
Yeah, all right.
Excellent doctor.
Mr. Ingram, what I am told also is that the students that goes to Cuba to study, right? It's also an income for the Cuban government. I don't know if it's true, right? That are one. Two, they are in a they are put in an area for themselves. So them not really mix per se outside of that community there. And the hotel industry are the same thing. No, I am saying that because of and the Cuban then tell me that, you know.
I told you that Mr. Ingram come and like say, and
the Cuban them tell me that. So me repeat what them say. Just like the food, just like them can't have them cow and kill them cow. Just like the lobster them, because the lobster them have to use for export. Them can't eat certain food. Them have to eat. And you see them try a uprising last year, you know. They try a uprising. And what happened to them? The brigadistas in the communities, when they were demonstrating in the days, they would have taken their pictures in the days, and at the night time they take them out. Let me finish so when me I said brethren. Let me finish so when me I said on the lady live now.
Stop pretending like you're not here. You hear everything that it's the man said when they were training in the DS, when they were protesting in the DS, them take picture of them.
And then
How does a communist country operate, Mr. Ingram? They operate democratically? Huh? How does a communist country operate? Huh?
You mean
what does a communist operate?
Hold on. You're asking
no, I'm asking you a question.
Hold on.
How does a communist country operate? I didn't ask you.
Let me understand.
No, I don't want to hear that. I don't understand.
You
how
are
does a communist country
you're
operate?
A question, how does a communist country operate if they operate democratically? Are you serious?
Yes.
So
No,
you need
yeah,
to
so
go.
I'm asking, what is
You
the
need to
answer?
go and do
I
some
didn't ask you
research.
to
What is
ask me what it.
what is?
Ingram,
I
Hold on. So
asked
you
you,
need to
and I'm doing the research now.
you need to
notice,
know
How does a
what is
communist
communism
country
and what is
operate?
democracy. You need to understand that.
Huh?
notice every question
I'm
when we
asked.
Answer
ask,
that question then, Mr.
when we
Ingram.
ask Ingram,
We
Very
need to
good.
learn from you too. Tell the man how does a
I'm
communist country
researching
operate.
now. I'm researching now. How does
when
a
we notice every
communist country
question when we
operate?
ask him, he might turn around and ask another question. I want to get them PNP people here from.
Monche. Communism is communism.
Bullshit, you know, let me understand
Democratic is
opportunity. You
democracy.
see that,
And
What
I
does
Two
that
ask
mean?
you the
distinct different ideology.
question again, since you can't understand.
Hold on, let me say,
How
Ingram.
does a
Because
communist country operate? I'm doing the research now.
Munchi, Mr. Ingram not answer question from
Yeah, that me I
All
realize.
right.
And you know the question wasn't about
he
Cuba, you
doesn't have a
Chavi.
point of
The question
reference.
before us tonight, Chavi, is that I realize the PNP blogger them, even though we have to give Mark Gordon props, Mark Gordon have not been